Today on Low Carb with Jennifer, I'm going to show you how to make these Keto Carrot Cake Cupcakes with cream cheese frosting. Hey guys, welcome back to Low Carb with Jennifer. Let's get started making these Keto Carrot Cake Cupcakes. Now that's a mouthful. So I've already got 2.5 cups of almond flour in this mixing bowl here. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm also going to add 1/2 cup of Lakanto sweetener. This is their brown sugar, like golden version, and you could also use the brown sugar swerve. That's really good as well. I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I'm going to really get those fall flavors in there. Okay, let's mix all of these dry ingredients up before we start adding in the wet ingredients. Okay, our wet ingredients are 3 beaten eggs, 8 ounces of Greek yogurt. So Greek yogurt has a very bad reputation with keto. But let me tell you, don't be afraid of Greek yogurt. It has as few carbs as sour cream. So it is the same amount of carbs as sour cream, but much fewer calories. And you know, that's just better all around for your cupcakes. Then your cupcakes aren't as calorie dense. I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 1 cup of shredded carrots. You got to have carrots for carrot cake cupcakes. So let's mix all of this up. Okay, our batter is all mixed and ready. I've got a cupcake tin here lined with cupcake liners, and I also sprayed the cupcake liners just to make sure that they will release from the liners. I'm going to use this scoop that just makes it easier to get the cupcakes filled, the cupcake liners filled. You just want to scoop out evenly into the liners. This also helps give you nice domed cupcakes. Okay, these are ready for the oven. They're going to bake in a 400-degree oven for about 18 minutes. And when they're done, a toothpick will come out clean. Okay, while our cupcakes are in the oven cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make the frosting. We've got 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, and I've got 1/2 cup of butter that's soft as well, that we've let soften as well. And we've cut it into cubes just so it's easier to incorporate. So I'm going to use a hand mixer to combine the two and whip them up. And then we're going to slowly add in the sweetener, and then we'll add in the vanilla. Okay, I've got 1 cup of powdered sweetener that I'm going to add in a little bit at a time and incorporate it with the mixer just so it's not blowing all in my face. So add about 1/4 of it or 1/3 of it and mix. Just added in the rest of the sweetener. I'm also going to add in a pinch of salt, and I'm going to go ahead and add in the vanilla. This is 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Okay, our frosting is ready. We're just going to keep this in the refrigerator until our cupcakes are done. Okay, we've got our cupcakes out of the oven and they look fabulous. I've already got my icing in a piping bag, so I'm going to ice all of these cupcakes. And then I've got a topping here that I'm going to sprinkle on top. And let me ice these and then I'll talk about that. My goodness, those look amazing. Okay, these look so fantastic. And this topping is 1 tablespoon of keto-friendly sweetener, 1 tablespoon of grated carrots, and 1 tablespoon of chopped walnuts. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on top of each of the cupcakes. Do this easier with my finger. It doesn't have to be spring to have carrot cake cupcakes. These are perfect for fall too. Look at that. They look so good and they're keto, and each one is only 4 net carbs. Let's have a taste. My favorite part. Who says you can't have cupcakes for breakfast? I will have my cupcakes for breakfast. Those are amazing. Be sure you check out this playlist where I've got all of my other keto-friendly desserts, the videos for those. And I have so many. They're all so delicious, so check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you make this recipe, and I'll see you guys later.